In this short video, I am going to show you how to calculate operational expenses by the individual departments. So once we log in here, we go into the area to create those OPEX. So instead of total department, I can choose the sales department for which I am trying to create the forecast. I can use out of the box rolling averages method. So for example, here I see that I'm trying to forecast the different travel and entertainment expenses. This can be calculated by the detailed drivers, but I'm trying to calculate based on future trends. So here I took 6 months rolling, and then I can drag it, and instead of a 5% uplift, I can say with a 15% uplift. I can then drag these values in here, and once I change all these drivers, I can save this information, and this information essentially would get layered into my forecast based on 6 months rolling and a 15% uplift. This also shows me the total operating expense by the sales department, and if I now look at my total department summary of my expenses, I can toggle the report and I can see the total operating expenses based on the changes to these drivers in the sales department at a subsidiary level, which is $480,000. I can also use out of the box prediction capability to forecast the sales OPEX for the department sales. Likewise with sales forecasting, I can run out of the box prediction, and which would allow me to understand the historical trends of my forecast, and I can actually include that historical trend with a certain uplift, and I can layer it into my forecast. So once I paste this information, this would allow me to layer the predicted value into my forecast, and once I save this, this eventually calculates the forecast. There are levels of dashboards available for the reporting, but before that I also want to do a top level adjustment, which generally the management would want for specific areas of workforce expenses. So for example, if I want to pass a total adjustment of OPEX for 10.503 million, instead I want to reduce it, I want to change the forecast from 9.46 million because I think that it might increase. I can do a grid spread. Instead of 9.64887 million, I would say 10,500,000, and I can do a proportional spread of the value. Once I apply it and I save the information, this will calculate the projected calculate the projected numbers based on the adjustment that I've already made, as you can see here, and that gets incorporated into our income statement, which we can navigate here. If I go to my financials, I can see the 10.5 millions for my operating expense being layered into the subsidiary. You can see the 10.5 million. There are a lot of dashboards that's available as well.